Welcome to Forever Strong Seniors. Today we're tackling a topic that strikes at the heart of maintaining strength, independence, and an exceptional quality of life as we age. The battle against sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. For years, bone broth has been touted for its collagen, joint benefits, and gut healing properties. And while it has its merits, when it comes to aggressively building and preserving muscle, especially for us over 50, we need to shift our focus to something far more potent, readily available, and backed by robust science. Forget the notion that muscle loss is inevitable. It's reversible and preventable. And the secret lies not just in lifting weights, but in strategically fueling your body with the right nutrients. Today, we're unveiling the food that not only builds muscle, but actively combats sarcopenia, helping you stay strong, active, and independent for decades to come. Sarcopenia is more than just feeling a bit weaker. It's a progressive and generalized skeletal muscle disorder that is associated with an increased likelihood of adverse outcomes, including falls, fractures, physical disability, and even mortality. It's a silent thief of independence, gradually diminishing your ability to perform daily tasks, enjoy hobbies, and simply live life to its fullest. For men and women over 50, combating sarcopenia becomes a primary health imperative. The good news is that muscle is not a static tissue. It's constantly being broken down and rebuilt. With the right signals, primarily through resistance exercise and optimal nutrition, we can shift this balance towards muscle growth and preservation, even well into our golden years. Understanding this dynamic is the first step in reclaiming your strength. So, what is this powerful food that stands head and shoulders above bone broth when it comes to building and preserving muscle, especially for the needs of forever strong seniors? The answer might surprise you with its simplicity, yet its scientific backing is immense. It's whey protein powder. Yes, humble whey protein, often associated with young bodybuilders, is arguably the single most effective dietary intervention for preventing and reversing sarcopenia in older adults. Let's be clear, this isn't about becoming a competitive bodybuilder. It's about optimizing your daily protein intake in the most bioavailable and muscle-building way possible to support functional strength and overall health. To understand why whey protein is so superior for muscle building, we need to talk about amino acids, particularly the branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, and even more specifically, leucine. Leucine is often referred to as the anabolic trigger because it directly activates the mTOR pathway, mammalian target of rapamycin, in muscle cells. The mTOR pathway is essentially the cellular switch that initiates muscle protein synthesis, MPS, the process by which your body builds and repairs muscle tissue. Whey protein is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. Crucially, it has the highest leucine content of any protein source, far surpassing other common proteins like casein, soy, or even the small amounts found in bone broth. This high leucine content is what gives whey its exceptional muscle-building power, particularly when muscle protein synthesis becomes less efficient with age, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. As we get older, our muscles tend to become less responsive to the signals for growth and repair. This means older adults often need a higher dose of protein, and specifically a higher dose of leucine to stimulate muscle protein synthesis to the same extent as a younger individual. This is where whey protein truly shines. A typical serving of 20 to 30 grams of whey protein concentrate or isolate delivers roughly 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, which is generally considered the optimal threshold for maximally stimulating MPS in older adults. Bone broth, while providing some amino acids and collagen, is notoriously low in leucine and other essential amino acids required to effectively trigger muscle protein synthesis. Therefore, relying on bone broth alone for muscle building would be a significant missed opportunity, forcing you to consume an impractical amount to achieve the same anabolic effect. Let's delve deeper into the advantages of whey protein for forever strong seniors. Firstly, rapid digestion and absorption. Whey protein is a fast-digesting protein. This means its amino acids, especially leucine, are quickly released into the bloodstream, creating a rapid surge that effectively kickstarts muscle protein synthesis. This rapid delivery is particularly beneficial around exercise. Consuming whey protein shortly after a resistance training session provides your muscles with the immediate building blocks they need for repair and growth, optimizing the anabolic window when muscles are most receptive to nutrients. Secondly, convenience and versatility. Let's face it, getting adequate, high-quality protein through whole foods alone can sometimes be challenging, especially for older adults who might have reduced appetite, dental issues, or simply find meal preparation more cumbersome. Whey protein powder offers an incredibly convenient and versatile solution. It can be easily mixed into water, milk, or a smoothie, making it simple to get a potent dose of muscle-building protein without feeling overly full or requiring extensive cooking. Thirdly, high biological value. Whey protein has a very high biological value, BV, which is a measure of how efficiently the body can absorb and utilize a protein. This means that a greater proportion of the protein you consume from whey is actually used for muscle repair and growth, rather than being wasted or used for other purposes. This efficiency is critical for older adults who need to maximize every gram of protein intake to combat sarcopenia. Fourthly, impact on satiety and weight management. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient, meaning it helps you feel fuller for longer. This can be a huge benefit for seniors, as adequate protein intake can help prevent overeating and support healthy weight management. Maintaining a healthy weight is crucial for joint health, cardiovascular function, and overall mobility, all of which contribute to your ability to stay strong and active. Now let's talk about how to effectively incorporate whey protein into your daily routine for maximum muscle building and sarcopenia fighting benefits. Timing is key. While total daily protein intake is paramount, strategic timing can enhance its effectiveness. Aim for at least 25 to 40 grams of whey protein per serving, 2 to 3 times a day, focusing on specific windows. First thing in the morning. After an overnight fast, your body is in a more catabolic state, breaking down muscle. A dose of whey protein upon waking can quickly shift you into an anabolic, muscle-building state, setting a positive tone for muscle preservation throughout the day. Post-workout. This is arguably the most critical window. Within 30 to 60 minutes after resistance training, your muscles are highly primed to absorb nutrients. A whey protein shake at this time provides the rapid leucine surge needed to kickstart muscle protein synthesis and optimize recovery. Between meals or before bed. If you're struggling to hit your daily protein targets, a whey protein shake between meals can be an excellent way to boost intake without feeling overly full. A smaller dose before bed, perhaps mixed with casein protein for a slower release, can also support overnight muscle repair, though a pure whey dose is primarily for immediate anabolic signaling. Total daily protein intake. The general recommendation for older adults to prevent sarcopenia and build muscle is significantly higher than for younger, sedentary individuals. Aim for 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. For a 75 kilogram, 165 pound individual, this translates to roughly 90 to 120 grams of protein per day. This might sound like a lot, but strategically incorporating whey protein makes it entirely achievable. Choosing the right whey protein. Whey protein concentrate, WPC. This is the most common and often most affordable form. It contains around 70 to 80% protein, with small amounts of lactose, fat, and carbohydrates. If you're not lactose intolerant, this is an excellent choice. Whey protein isolate, WPI. This undergoes further processing to remove most of the lactose, fat, and carbs, resulting in 90% or more protein. It's ideal for those who are lactose sensitive or looking for the purest protein source.
Whey protein hydrolysate, WPH. This is pre-digested, meaning the protein chains are broken down into smaller peptides, making it the fastest absorbing form. It's often more expensive and can have a slightly bitter taste, but is excellent for rapid recovery. Look for brands that are third-party tested for purity, heavy metals, and label accuracy. Opt for unflavored or naturally flavored options to avoid artificial sweeteners and additives. Beyond whey protein, remember that muscle building and sarcopenia prevention are holistic endeavors.
Resistance training. This cannot be stressed enough. Whey protein provides the building blocks, but resistance exercise provides the signal for muscle growth. Aim for 2 to 3 full-body resistance training sessions per week. This could involve lifting weights, using resistance bands, body weight exercises, or even working with light dumbbells. Focus on compound movements that work multiple muscle groups, like squats, lunges, push-ups, rows, and overhead presses. Adequate calories. To build muscle, you need to be in a slight caloric surplus, or at least consume enough calories to support your activity levels. Undereating, especially protein, will hinder muscle growth. Hydration. We've talked about this before on Forever Strong Seniors, but water is essential for every cellular function, including muscle protein synthesis. Dehydrated muscles cannot perform or grow optimally.
Sleep. Quality sleep is when your body does most of its repair and recovery, including muscle growth. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep per night. During deep sleep, growth hormone is released, which plays a vital role in muscle repair. Overall nutrition. While whey is potent, it's a supplement. It should complement a diet rich in whole foods. Plenty of fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, avocado, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and other high-quality protein sources like lean meats, fish, eggs, and legumes. These provide the full spectrum of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants needed for overall health and to support muscle function. Let's address some common concerns and questions. Isn't too much protein bad for my kidneys? This is a persistent myth. For healthy individuals with normal kidney function, there is no evidence that a high-protein diet, up to 2.2 grams per kilogram per day, causes kidney damage. In fact, adequate protein can be protective. However, as always, if you have pre-existing kidney disease, you must consult your doctor before increasing protein intake. Will I get bulky? Absolutely not. Building significant muscle mass requires intense, consistent training, a very high caloric intake, and often specific hormonal profiles that are less prevalent in older adults. Whey protein helps you build and preserve functional muscle, contributing to a lean, strong physique, not an overly bulky one. Is it natural? Whey protein is derived from milk during the cheese-making process. It's a natural food component, simply concentrated into a powder form. Think of whey protein as your daily insurance policy against sarcopenia. It's a foundational nutritional tool that complements your resistance training efforts, providing your muscles with the premium fuel they need to stay strong, resilient, and responsive. It allows you to maintain the muscle mass that supports your balance, protects your bones, boosts your metabolism, and most importantly, empowers you to continue doing all the things you love without limitation. Whether it's picking up your grandchildren, hiking a challenging trail, maintaining your home, or simply walking with confidence, the strength you preserve and build now will directly translate into a richer, more independent future. Bone broth has its place for collagen, but for powerful muscle growth and the relentless fight against sarcopenia, whey protein powder is the undisputed champion that deserves a prime spot in every Forever Strong Senior's daily routine. If this deep dive into whey protein has inspired you to take charge of your muscle health, please hit that thumbs up button to support our mission here at Forever Strong Seniors. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based strategies to live a strong, vibrant, and independent life as you age. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. What are your experiences with whey protein? How has maintaining muscle strength impacted your life? Share your stories and tips. Your wisdom is invaluable to our community. Until next time, stay strong, stay active, and keep building that resilient body. You are capable of so much, and your strength is your superpower. Thank you for watching Forever Strong Seniors. Subscribe to stay strong every day.